After finishing watching episode 4 of this documentary, it's safe to say, let me just move this a little bit. It's safe to say this man is something else. I don't even think the word evil can describe this man's alleged, I beg your pardon, this man's alleged actions. The word evil doesn't even describe it. I think people like Diddy, because there's people like him out there, you will eventually get what's coming to you. And it may not happen straight away. That's the part that really irks people. When people do so much evil and bad in this world, you may not get your comeuppance straight away. Karma doesn't work like that. Karma has its own time. But he will get what's coming to him. I promise you that. I could promise. Eventually, he will get what's coming to him. Because there's no way a man allegedly has done all these things to people and there's no type of thing to come back around to bite him in his ass. It's just not possible. Nah, it's not possible. When I've done things in the past, I've done wrong things to people, I've wronged people, karma's come back to bite me. It's like any human. If you put bad out there, it will come back. It could be in the smallest form. Let's say you slap somebody. A week later, someone might slap you back. Like, stuff like that. Like, that's what it could be minuscule things like that. But this is on such a big level and it's been happening for years. Allegedly. Everything in this video is alleged. Let me just say that. This stuff has been happening for years. Anyway, guys, as you can see, we have a little bit of a different setup. I'm tired. To be quite frank with you, I'm tired and I want to be comfortable when recording this video. So I've just decided, you know what, I'm gonna lie in my bed and do it this way. At the end of the day, recording content or recording videos for you guys doesn't mean I have to have a professional setup. I'm in my bedroom. I'm gonna be comfortable giving it to you. This is how you guys are getting me today. So yeah, yeah. Before we get into this, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with the notification bell. Every time I upload a video, you guys will be notified. And we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get into the final episode of Sean Combs' The Reckoning. I don't know. It's like my nose is like... It's like when I'm talking, it's almost like it's vibrating and it's like tickling me. I don't know how to describe that. I don't know what that could be. Anyway, let's get into it. So Capricorn Clark, who was a former global brand director for Sean Combs, she knows he lies well, buries things well, hides things very, very well. Put him in a room with people that he doesn't know, he becomes the most powerful man because he knows how to kind of work. He knows how to get people to like him. But it's not naturally, it's by manipulation. But when it's just one-on-one, he's like this. This is the words of Capricorn Clark. She became his assistant. Diddy knew then that she had some form of connection to Suge Knight in terms of, I believe, her being friends with the mother of their child. And Diddy said, if something was to happen, I would have to kill you. This is all alleged. For someone... just by not even being friends with the person that you yourself has a problem with, but with them being in some form of connection, Diddy allegedly said, if things go left because you're connected to this guy, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. Now, bear in mind that when Diddy was allegedly saying all of this, he took her to Central Park and she had no idea what was going on. They thought they were just going to Central Park. It's not till he got to Central Park, it was a scare tactic. Because imagine taking someone to Central Park at night with securities around and no one else can see what's happening. And you're telling someone, look, how do you know so-and-so? And then if things was to go left, I'm going to have to kill you off. Imagine what that could do to a person. Because I know I'll be shitting bricks. If someone brought me to a park around their security or whatever and then told me, oh, so you know so-and-so, well, if I was you, I would move accordingly. Or, you know, if shit was to go left, I'm going to have to... Imagine that. You would just be looking over your shoulder. At this point, my life would be in fear. I would be like, you know what, it's best we cut ties. I'll be so real, because you know what? How I would be thinking in that moment, I don't want to lose my life over something that could easily be avoided. That's how I would feel in that situation. From time my life is being threatened, I definitely have to put myself first. And me putting myself first would mean, as much as it will hurt my heart, if I have to cut ties with you, then so be it. That's what's going to have to happen. So I could only imagine how Capricorn was feeling during that time. She said that Puff was a disorganized chaos that she worked with, that she could work with, because she lost her mother by the age of 23 due to her addiction of the white stuff. We get to June 2022, and Rodney Jones, who's also known as Lil Rod, says Puffy ain't no king, he's a monster. His words. In September 22 is when Puff was doing his Love album, and this is so mad because I listened to that album. And the thing is, I actually like that album as well. I have no words, because this man's music is like, we've been rocking with Diddy's music for years, you know. For years. And especially after watching this documentary, I don't want to be listening to his music anymore. I don't want to be in support of... I don't want to be putting money in the pocket of a man. In fact, you know what? As we're here, I'm actually going to uninstall... this album from my phone, because I'm typing in album, Love album, it should come up. Yeah, I'm gonna take that out and remove. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with this album. I don't want a damn thing to do with it. Nope. I've just removed it. I'm actually like in shock. I'm just like, how could someone be so evil? I like, it's actually left me lost for words. And you guys that have been watching me for a long time know that I'm rarely a person that gets lost for words. Like, I'm a chatterbox, but this is why this review is like, I'm taking long pauses. And the thing is, I don't be editing these things out rarely. I rarely edit it out. I like raw moments. Like, I'm a person, when I'm doing my videos, I believe in keeping in these raw. It's like, it's real, innit? If I take obviously a long pause, I would just edit that out. But I'm lost for words. Like, I have no words for this type of behavior. I think it's not even like I'm trying to do the comparing thing, but I think he's the worst I've heard. He's the worst. So September 2022 is the Love album, and Justin, Puff, and some other guy, Justin meaning his son, and I think the guy's name was G, I believe. They went to the bathroom, and all Rodney heard was boom boom, meaning gunshots. Excuse me. Then he ended up going to the bathroom. Lil Rod ended up going to the bathroom, and G was on the floor bleeding out. Puff told them to tell the police that the shooting didn't take place at this location. So Puff Daddy was all about controlling the narrative. He was all about, I'm going to do whatever the hell I'm going to do, but it's never going to get back to me. People like that you may not answer for your crimes on this earth, but when you go to God on Judgment Day, you will have to answer for your crimes. You would have to answer. He's going to ask you, why did you do the things that you did? And you best have an answer prepared. And it best be an answer that the Lord Almighty sees fit. It's not for me to say yes or no. That's not for me to say. I can say I would like to hope that my God is good, which I know he is. But in this case, for your case, obviously we are all individual human beings. So I'm not going to question the good Lord. I'm not going to do that. But what I will say is I do hope and I do pray that Diddy has everything coming his way. I never wish bad on people, guys. I promise you, I never wish bad on people. And I'm not wishing bad on him. I'm being very careful with my words. I just pray and I hope that man gets everything coming his way. You cannot put out all that evil and not get nothing back. I'm so sorry. He has to answer for his crimes. Like I said, most of this, everything is alleged. Everything is alleged, but he has to answer for his crimes. I'm so sorry. Puff managed to make everything, so he made that shooting, everything looked like it never happened. Back at the studio, Lil Rod was saying that everyone was acting like the shooting never happened. So, you know, the next day, okay, let's just say allegedly you shoot somebody. The next day you go in the studio and you're working on your album as if that day never happened. That's not normal. That's not normal behavior. God forbid if I did that to someone. That'll be on my mind for a long ass time. Like, I'll be shook. Well, me took a gun and done that to... I'll be shaken up. The fact that everyone that was involved in that could just brush past it and act like nothing happened is scary work. It's real scary work. Rodney knew that working with Puff would boost his career as he was the gatekeeper, and all Rodney wanted to do was get back to work. You see, this was the thing, because from what I've heard from this documentary, he was very good at like manipulating people and bringing people in and saying, I can make you a superstar and all this type of stuff. Of course you're going to want to stick by him. Like I said, of course, if someone came to you at the age of 19, like Cassie was, and told you all these things, your first thing is like, oh my God, this is going to help boost my career. I need to think about myself right now. Yes. But little did all these people know that it came with a lot of, it came with a lot of catches. It came with a lot of catches. In November 2022, Lil Rod provided the filmmakers with the footage of his 13 months working with Combs. Diddy, when he's like doing interviews, I've noticed, or like talking on talk shows, he likes to compare himself to God too much. I've noticed it, and he really needs to stop doing that. You are not God. My God doesn't behave in this way. So if y'all look up to Diddy and y'all worship Diddy, that's y'all. That's on y'all. That's not me over here. That's not me. Lil Rod tried to take it to KK, which was the chief of staff. And the situation would always kind of get played down. And do I believe that KK knew of his mischievous behavior, his alleged mischievous behavior? Absolutely. Maybe she was scared herself, so she just had to play the part. Everyone had their roles to play where Diddy was concerned. Everybody had their roles to play. And KK was just playing her role. She didn't want to overstep. When you work for someone that's controlling and manipulating like that, you have to take every caution manageable. And we're gonna get to the part, because one of the jurors, when they were being interviewed, they said something really ignorant, and for me, it's like, that's how I used to think when I was younger. But we'll get to it. What did I get up to? So Diddy was definitely grooming Lil Rod, he says, saying he will buy him a house and make him producer of the year. Imagine hearing that. I can make you producer of the year. Do you know what that could do for your status? Do you know that what that could do for your views? Do you know what that could do for your streams? That could basically a lot of people would want to come and work with you. Producer of the year. A lot of people would want to come and work with you. I keep losing where I am. I'm getting so like, okay. Puff showed him a video of a man getting penetrated. Diddy told him to, go to the club, put this black hat on, and these girls will see the hat and they know what time it is, type of thing. Diddy basically wanted to get some girls back to the crib. Next thing you know, these freak offs are happening. And Puff and Justin allegedly are in a room with the door shut. Justin being his son. Might I add, not Justin Bieber. His son, Justin. Or maybe the guy could have been referring to Justin. No, I don't think so. Because I know Justin was in the studio at that time to record one of the songs on the album. But I think they're referring to the son. This is crazy, guys. Honestly. Your own son. Diddy basically was grooming his kids to do these freak offs. Same things he was doing. And who was saying this again? What's his name? I think it was Mark Curry. Was it Mark Curry? Mark Curry was like, you will never know if they would agree. No, it wasn't Mark Curry. It was Roger, the security guard. You will never know if the kids would agree or disagree because they can't speak up to their dad, basically, is what he's saying. So imagine being born into this world. You have a whole future plan for yourself, but instead your future is basically to carry on running your dad's business while he's in jail. Or to carry on doing what your dad was doing. This is the thing, like, do I believe that his kids are involved? Absolutely. There's no way. Maybe not all of them, but Justin, allegedly, I feel like he's involved. Definitely, 100%. Christian as well. Those two in particular, they're definitely right under. And I feel like Diddy has plans for them to kind of keep that kind of thing going. It's really sad. It's really sad. And the property even had, Lil Rod clocked that the property had hidden cameras all around the place. Lil Rod tried to take it to Kate. Oh my God. That's what happened. I skipped. So when I talked about Lil Rod tried to take it to KK. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to focus. So the Lil Rod tried to take it to KK, which I spoke on before, but there's more to this note. He said a lot of shit had happened to him that he didn't even want to speak on. And he was still waiting for his payment for the completion of the album for months after. September 2023, he didn't pay people around him. He enjoyed seeing people not having. And Lil Rod never got paid and only got offered $29,000. And up till this day, he hasn't been paid. A man like Diddy, that's rich. He's worth millions, billions probably even. Couldn't even pay 20. And to me personally, working on a whole album like that, especially if you're a big producer, you'd get paid more. You only got offered 29,000. So to me, that's a lot of money. I'll grab that. Like, I won't even buy a night. Like 29,000, yeah, cool. Hi, hello. I'll take that money. But for someone that's a producer that's probably been earning more when they've worked with other people, to only get offered that much is crazy work. But because it's Diddy, and Diddy can help boost my career, I'm going to play ball. Then we get to Aubrey O'Day. She reads basically what someone had witnessed, allegedly Diddy was doing to her, and also a bodyguard. And Aubrey doesn't know if she was the fruit grape. The fruit. She doesn't know, and she doesn't want to know either. I wouldn't want to know that. If I don't know, sometimes things that I don't know, sometimes the unknown is better. I wouldn't want to know something like that. So I'm pretty sure she wouldn't. Even when she was reading it, she was shaken up because it's like she didn't know it. She didn't even know it was happening. She didn't even know it was happening. That's scary. September 11, 2024, Diddy actually was trying to get people to edit clips of Dawn to only say positive things about him. So he was really, at this point now, he was trying to play the narrative. Diddy then contacted Kalina to basically ask for her help and to put out a good statement, a positive statement regarding him. Kalina needed more help as she needed powerful lawyers. I think this was due to custody of her child, and Diddy told her no. But then it's funny because you now are calling her asking for help. I would have just let him burn. I would have let him burn. Just for the sole purpose of I asked you for help. All these times I've been rocking with you, one time I asked you for help and you can't help me. I bet you're gonna need me again. And that's exactly what came about. He needed her, and she went and posted it. I would have let him burn. I wouldn't have done it. I would have said no, and I would have just hung up the phone. You could call me 1,000,001 times, your number would have been blocked. Like, I know this is a whole different case, but like I probably would have still had that same mentality in like blocking. Because once I cut you out my life, there's no kind of thinking you can ring my phone. No, you'll get blocked. That's it. Diddy was reaching out to eyewitnesses to try and sway them from testifying, i.e. probably trying to buy them out. December 2011, Kid Cudi goes hiking with Cassie and what's her name? Capricorn. And Diddy didn't know about this at the time, but when he happened to find out, he said to Capricorn, why didn't you tell him that Kid Cudi, basically Diddy could cheat on Cassie, but Cassie couldn't do it back. And Cassie actually had every right to. I never promote cheating, but in this instance, that wasn't a proper relationship. It never was. It was a relationship on terms of for show. It was a showman's. That was no proper relationship. Now, Kid Cudi and Cassie only went hiking, and then he got mad. He came to the house with a gun and said to allegedly, this is all alleged by the way again, and allegedly said, we are going to kill him, meaning they are going to kill Kid Cudi. Diddy basically held Capricorn hostage in the car until Cassie said where she was. He drove to Cassie and literally kicked her allegedly. This is when they started speaking to the jurors. Then obviously the trial started to take place. Diddy's PR team was working overtime. He was really trying to control the narrative. One of the jurors said, if you don't like something, you could just easily get out of it. Now, this is where that juror annoyed me, because some situations are just not that plain and simple. Like, it's all good you saying, oh, if you don't like some people are in abusive relationships and that can't be helped. So I feel like sometimes when people say things, they need to have a bit more depth into their thinking. Not everything is as plain as it seems. Not everything is as sweet as it seems. No, that's just not the case. Not everything is as sweet as it seems. So I feel like we need to have a bit more empathy. I understand that you're a juror, so you kind of you're really looking at it. You're not using emotion. Because I feel like being a juror, you can't look at things emotionally. You got to kind of have this switched on at times too. You can't have emotion in it, because obviously you're going to be, when you're hearing the cases like, some of the cases are, I've never been a juror, yeah, but some of the cases are mad. Like, we see on TV, like, some of the cases are crazy. So imagine sitting in the jury and hearing everything transpire. That must be crazy. But yeah, I just thought that was a little bit ignorant from that juror. Capricorn knew in her heart that the jury didn't believe her story. Kirk was saying how this has been a slow build, but in the eyes of the public, it looks like all of a sudden. For me, I can't lie. At first, I was like, where's all this coming from? I'll be so real. I'll keep it all the way 100. Because I've never really followed, like, yes, I've heard Diddy's music, but I've never followed him like that to really be keeping up like all these times Diddy's been arrested and stuff like that in the past, I never knew about. I swear down. I never knew about it. I promise you. Everything in this documentary is like, most things, should I say not everything, most things is new information for me. I did not know about these things. The Tupac thing I knew about. Like, that's rumors that have been going for years. Like, he was involved with this. Like, that's been talks. Like, I've had that talk amongst friends. But I never dived too deep into it because at the time, there wasn't much info about it. It was like, it's unsolved. And that's probably, that's allegedly explaining why this is unsolved all this time. Because if he did do it, not saying that he did or he didn't, I have to say, for the sake, if he did do it, he done a very good job at keeping of hiding that. He done a very, very good job. Because for it to be unsolved all these years, and allegedly you being involved in that is crazy. But Kirk has been, basically Kirk was saying he's been beating on women since back in the 90s. There was just no cameras. But now that there's cameras, it looks like all of a sudden. But he's been doing this. Do you understand? Diddy was so Kirk was saying that Diddy was abusive in many ways, even allegedly going as far as SAing him. For 25 years, he was blacklisted, homeless, or sometimes at a homeless shelter. Kirk, we're talking about. Once he got fired, Diddy basically wanted to erase him. This is the founder of Black Boy Entertainment. Without Kirk back in the day, Black Boy Entertainment wouldn't be where it is today. And Joy is still afraid, as she says that powerful people can do powerful things. And it's true. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the documentary. That's all 4 episodes in the bag. My final thoughts. I hope that man, I just hope he gets what's coming to him, honestly. Yeah, I understand, like, being a freak, like, in terms of, like, freak, like, if you like freaky stuff, that doesn't make you a crime. Actually, let me know. But that doesn't make you a criminal. If you're freaky, you're freaky. But what does make you a criminal is the beating, the SAing allegedly, the you become manipulated. The violent acts, all this type of stuff is what makes it criminal. All the heavy drugs, the drugging are the people. I don't know if I can say these words. Like, I'm not trying to get demonetized or striked. For real. These apps nowadays be too sensitive when it comes to these things. But that is it, guys. That's my final thoughts. I just hope that man gets what's coming his way. But yes, if you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to like. And yeah, I don't know what I'll be making there'll be no video Saturday and Sunday. I'm away tomorrow. Anything else? I think, what day is it? Monday the 15th. There'll be no videos at all. I know it's still like a week and a bit. It's my birthday that day, so I'm actually off. I'm taking that day off social media. If I want to sleep all day, I will sleep. If I want to play a game, I will play a game. That day, I'm having to myself and I'm having off. I'm not uploading no content that day. I'm allowed to have a day off. But then this is the thing. I'm telling myself this now. Mentally, my brain won't allow it. I'm too addicted to uploading content. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in to this 4-part documentary. And let me know in the comment section if there's anything else that you want me to review. This has been your boy Tarek, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.